Thanks to the support as a channel member, Kevin Thomason. Well, boys and girls, sexy shirt week may be over, but the lesson for us all, it turns out I was the sexy one all along. So things just carry on as they are. I don't need the shirts. Talking of other things involving sexy Kev, worst segue ever coming up, but you know, Kev's got a Kev sometimes. And if you're into Minecraft, not only am I mean, this is such a swerve. If you're into Minecraft, not only am I streaming it a lot over on Twitch at the moment, but I actually started a new Minecraft Let's Play series here on YouTube on my second channel. There's a link to it somewhere on here. You know where to find it if you're into that kind of thing. So if you want to watch some more Minecraft with me, that's over on that channel. Started today. We could still get automatic promotion here, by the way. Probably could have led with that one. Hello and welcome to part 108 of Bourne in the USA. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have our final 2 games of the regular league season, and we have a chance for automatic promotion, a chance that was a much bigger chance 1 match ago. But if you have a look to see what's gone on since the last episode, we just went on the winning streak of all winning streaks, winning many, 7 consecutive games, but then inexplicably losing against Tormentor. While we were winning, Louisville were losing as well. So we actually found ourselves at one point only 1 point behind them, but then the defeat against Tormentor means we go into these final 2 games. There is a 4-point gap between us and Louisville. At worst, we're finishing in 3rd place. So playoffs, probably, I would suggest. Louisville, who are they playing? They're away against Greenville, the Battle of the Villes. They're down in 17th place, while we play, we're away against New York 2, who are already relegated. So I would expect us both to win today, at which point Louisville are up. But then I thought they said not Texas. That would be brilliant if there was a team called not Texas. And then on the final day of the season, poetic as it is, we face Charlotte whilst Louisville take their turn against New York 2. A win for Louisville in either of these games and they're up. I think they probably are up, but we've backdoor Kev'd from backdoorier situations than this one in the past. There's always a chance. We're probably looking at the playoffs. But even if we are, we want to go into them in form. That form where we were winning 7 consecutive games, much better than the form where we just lost against Tormentor, who they've had their win over us now. If we have to face them in the playoffs, fingers crossed they don't do that to us again. So this is the team for the New York 2 game. We've got Garcia in goal, a back 4 of O'Rourke, Baron, Glover and Gutierrez, Gentry and McGlynn in midfield, Rodriguez and Robinson out wide, Davies and Wright up front. It is our first choice team aside from Martinez, who came in and didn't get registered. Like, to be fair, he also came in, didn't get registered, but then he got a hip injury and was out for 4 months. So he wouldn't have played even if I'd have remembered to register him. So I think I was probably right to not register him. There was no reason to register him. He wouldn't have played anyway. So saved a registration spot. Always thinking. Right, let's go. I'm so disappointed, by the way, about the Tormentor result. As that run of games was going on, I was sat there, edge of my seat the whole time thinking, it's happening. It's happening. We're actually going to do it. And then it switched to, they are never going to believe this is legit. When we come back, we were, 11 points behind on the last episode. If I'd have come back having won the Tormentor game and only being 1 point behind Louisville, I can see the comments now. Save and reload much, Kev. So I guess my own incompetence has saved me from a steward's inquiry, but still, I was so excited and thought it was actually going to happen. But maybe this is just the year that we win the playoffs. But that being said, we've started terribly in this game against a really poor side. The one thing going in our favour, I guess, is that Louisville have to play them as well. So if they're good, that'd be great. Louisville currently drawing away against Greenville. We desperately need a goal here. 2 draws. That would be the most Kev way to bottle this. Louisville leave the door open for us and we somehow mess it up anyway against a team that are already relegated. Right, O'Rourke, heads clear. This is the first highlight of the game and it's 66 minutes in. It's New York who are on the attack though. And this is absolutely not part of the script for today, because if we make this 2 defeats in a row, not only do we miss out on automatic promotion, but we're then going to head into the playoffs once again in miserable form, and we all know how that turns out. Right, with the cross, can't find anyone in a Bourne shirt, and New York with the opportunity for the counter-attack again. I'm not really sure why this one is a highlight. It must end in a weird goal at one end or the other. I just need to hope we get it back here and the weird goal ends up at the other end. And it is Bourne who clears it, looking for Wright. He's not really got any support. Davies is in a little pocket of space in the middle, but I don't see how Wright finds him. But I think he's won a penalty, and he has. Oh, my word. It was such a weird highlight. We knew something odd was going to happen. We have a penalty, and it's Wright with the chance to put us ahead and put us one step closer towards the championship, and he does. It's New York Red Bulls 2-0. Bourne 1. There's too many B teams and 2 teams here, but we are 1-0 ahead. And now all eyes turn on the Greenville-Louisville game, which is still 0-0. At the moment, the door is still ajar, but it is New York who are on the counter-attack again. We need to snuff this nonsense out. Somebody get a tackle in, please. And we probably need to make some substitutions as well, just to freshen things up a little bit going into these final 20 minutes. Everybody send your good vibes towards Greenville. We need Greenville to win the Battle of the Villes. And then we don't want to beat New York too badly here, because we want them to be really, really up for it in their game against Louisville that's coming up next. This is lovely from Davies. I thought he was going to score another one of his wonder goals. It is time for substitutions. Right, we're going to take off Gentry and bring on Claudivanio in midfield. Glover's having a poor game. Ruiz can come on for him at the back. And we're also going to take off Davies for Ismailov to come on. And we have a corner as well. This is where we need picture-in-picture. I've been saying it for as long as I've been playing Football Manager, certainly for as long as the 3D match engine has been involved. We need picture-in-picture, certainly in situations like this now in FM21, where we don't have the latest scores on the screen at all times, like we could in previous versions of FM. We have no idea right now what's going on currently in the Greenville-Louisville game. I guess we'd get a goal alert down in the bottom corner if something happened. It is still 0-0. So that means the league table currently has us, I think, 2 points behind them going into the final day, but they obviously play against this lot who are already relegated. So it's still not job done, even if things end as they are here. Their goalkeeper is having an absolute blinding game, only beaten by a penalty so far against arguably the best attack in League One. And we're just really struggling to force our way past them. Robinson with a big opportunity that he messes up a little bit there. It goes flying over. I'm just living in fear of a Louisville goal at the moment. And once again, a corner leads to a header that ends up going over the crossbar. But it is still 0-0 between Greenville and Louisville. We don't need any last-minute goals from Louisville now to break hearts. We've got the chance to go into the final day of the season still with a chance. It's a small chance because I emphasize for about the 5th time they're playing this team next. New York Red Bulls 2, who are already relegated. So they're probably going to beat them. But we've seen today that this New York team isn't terrible. I don't really know how they've been relegated. Oh, no! That is not what we needed. If this goes in, we can't get automatic promotion. Garcia makes the save from the penalty. Oh, my word. The drama. I can only assume Louisville are about to score. Or is it going to leave the drama rolling over into the last day? And then it'll leave me just distraught. But at the moment, we are still ahead. I think they're still drawing. We've got a corner here. It's going to be the last move of the game, I think. Last kick of the game, most likely. It's right to take the in-swing, and we should just leave everybody back here. But the corner comes in. Ismailov's there, and he makes it 2-0. That is your last action of the game. It's New York Red Bulls 2-0, Bourne 2, no nil. Now we just need to hope that Greenville did their job against Louisville. It looks like they did, which means we go into the final day still alive in the automatic promotion hunt. I've already been on a roller coaster. I don't think I can cope with another 90 minutes of this, but there's your confirmation. It's just a 2-point gap, and we have the better goal difference. So if they draw and we win, we'll be level on 99 points, and we will have the better goal difference. So Louisville must win if we win. Let's go do that then, I guess. Right, just the one change for the Charlotte game then. We've had to give Bourne a rest because he's got tired little legs again. So we're going with Mitchell and Glover as the centre-backs, Gutierrez and O'Rourke as the full-backs. We just have to win, boys and girls. That is all it comes down to. If we win, then we just hope that Louisville don't. And then if it all works out nicely, we end up in the championship. I think Louisville not winning at home against an already relegated team is a bit of a stretch. But you never know. Stranger things have happened. Like I've said before, we've backdoor kev'd from situations worse than this one before. Let's see if we've got it in a stay. I don't know why Wright was so deep there, but he's done well to win the ball back. And now he's just going to run from deep, gives it to Davies, but he can't get the shot away. And it remains 0-0. I love the fact it's come down to us playing Charlotte for this as well. Who, of course, the various Charlotte academies from the various Charlotte clubs have been such a problem for us throughout this save. And now a Charlotte first team have an opportunity to ruin our day. Davies now running from deep. He's got Wright ahead of him, but we know he can just run and pull something special out if he wants to. There's a decent cross, and there's a goal from Robinson. 17 for the season for him now. And we are 1-0 up. And as long as Louisville haven't also gone ahead, I think currently we are in an automatic promotion spot. If I can do maths properly, we'll just look at the replay, and then we should get a chance to look at a league table. Go on. Update. Go on. As of right now, we are in an automatic promotion spot, but we know how this game works. Louisville have already gone ahead. We've had the league table update, but not actually the score update. Fingers crossed. It's not just, there you go, there's the score. It's 1-0 to Louisville. Hopefully it stays that way until we get a late New York equaliser, and that's a twist it's going to give me. I can't imagine Football Manager is going to let us get away with just those brief few seconds of hope. It's going to give us another hope spot at some point in this match. We've all been here before. We just need to know, are the Football Manager gods smiling down happily on us today, or have we wronged them once again and therefore need the punishment of going into the playoffs for what I think will be the 7th time in this series? And remember, we failed every single time in the playoffs leading up to this. We don't want the playoffs if we can avoid them. We want this automatic promotion. Rodriguez has made it 2-0. This would be back-to-back promotions if we manage to pull it off for the first time since season 2, when we did those first couple of promotions back-to-back right at the start of the save, and then it got hard. So, I mean, please, I'm asking really nicely, please. I guess if we were writing this as a movie, there has to be a moment where we win a playoff to justify all the times we lost the playoff. You have to pay that off. So maybe that's what it's setting up here for us. But I will put this out there now for you. Sports Interactive, Football Manager, the little Football Manager genie that lives inside the PC. It's a much better story if we do that at the last possible opportunity. The final promotion available to us should be by the playoffs. This one, we'll just take doing automatic promotion this year. Thanks. That'll be fine. Right, playing it back to McGlynn. McGlynn forward to Davies, and Davies has got past his man here, and he shoots audaciously from long range, but it's high and it's wide, and no one's really paying attention to what's going on here now. All eyes are on Louisville, who've just gone 2-0 up. And I think the dream is over, boys and girls. It's an own goal as well from the team that we couldn't get past from open play in our last game. They're playing against them lot, and they're just giving away own goals now. I think it's done, folks. I think the dream is done. The decision to rest Baron for the playoffs makes sense. He's now going to be fully fit going into those. We've not needed him today. It's not what's gone on it's not what's gone on our pitch today that has cost us this automatic promotion. It's the Tormentor game. It's all the games we lost running up to where we are now. I mean, if you look at the league table, you can't look at the full one here, but the last time I checked, I think over the course of the season, we'd lost 9 games. Louisville had lost 5 games. We lost too many games that we maybe could have salvaged to draws. A couple of those defeats becoming draws. I firmly believe we're a better team than Louisville. I really think we are, but it's not to be. Unless he's come in with the big unless, boys and girls. Because the one thing I've forgotten about for the last 10 matches or so is the DC United situation. Now, last time we checked, DC United first team were cruising atop the championship. But is that the final twist in the tail for us? is there even a small possibility somewhere in the Football Manager universe that the DC United first team have crumbled and the academy might be pushed down and not be able to get promoted again? That's all we can hope for at this point. We've done our bit today, but unfortunately Louisville did their bit as well. So we're going to be in the playoffs regardless, because obviously if DC United have fallen out of the automatic promotion spots, they'll still have playoffs to play in. I have no idea how this would work in real life, because there could potentially be a situation where they win their playoffs. They lose in the final of their playoffs while we're winning the final of our playoffs, and we could get promoted twice. I think that should send us straight to the Premier League if that happens. But let's just double check. So there's your confirmation that DC United Academy and Louisville are the top two. And did DC United go up automatically? Of course they did. They've gone up as champions. So that scenario doesn't happen. We don't have to figure out what happens there. We are in the playoffs. We're going to play against Loudoun United, the other DC United team. And then it's Tormentor and Memphis in the other game. And of course, Tormentor are the team that beat us to mess up our run of consecutive victories. It's been a poor season for New York. Goodness me. So it is the playoffs once again, boys and girls. I guess we've got to win some playoffs at some point. Maybe it'll be this time. We'll find out in a couple of days. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.